There's nothing wrong with mono, dude.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just it annoys me that it's not working properly, even though it doesn't mean anything. It annoys me.
Right. You want to choose to go mono. You know what I'm saying? You want the choice.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to be forced into mono, right? What is up, guys, and welcome to the VisualWood podcast, episode number 71. We're starting off very, very well this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I just had a yogurt, which I haven't had in years, which was a Miller Lite. Do you know what Miller is?
It sounds like a beer.
No, Miller Lite. Anyone from the UK will know exactly what I'm talking about. I've got a special one called the Skinny Cappuccino, fat-free, 99 calories.
With some Jaffa cakes?
Delicious. No.
That is such an old thing. I never hear Jaffa cakes anymore. Maybe because I don't listen to the Yogscast anymore, but yeah. Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? I do feel like the Yogscast were like... I mean, Jaffa cakes were just Jaffa cakes. My whole life, they were okay. They're not the greatest thing in the world. And then all of a sudden, they started talking about them. And, like, you'd see on the comments, like, people in the States would be like, oh, Jaffa cakes, what are these crazy things? Oh, I'm going to go get shipped out. And then just it became this huge thing. Do you know what I find is really sad, though? Like the Yogscast are, like, they're huge YouTubers, right? Their network in general, you know, their whole collective is, like, massive, okay?
Right.
And, like, what were they? They were, like, second biggest gaming channel for a while or something, like in terms of just like sheer traffic or something. They were just behind PewDiePie.
They're one of the people who grew extremely fast, probably one of the fastest I've seen. That was the same time around Epic Mealtime as well, like one of the fastest growing channels. And then PewDiePie just destroyed that record.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that it's crazy that they're so big, and yet Jaffa Cakes, whatever. Who is it that makes Jaffa cakes? Is it Nestle that makes Jaffa cakes? I don't know. Whoever the Jaffa cake guys could seriously make bank on doing real like sponsorship deals with them and stuff, and be like, yeah, look, you can talk about Jaffa cakes here. Have free Jaffa cakes. Just talk about them more. Like, and they get all this incredible amount of money, and they just wouldn't go into partnership with them. And I think that's so sad. That's people not recognizing like how powerful YouTube has been. Like,
I think they did do something. They might have did something with them, maybe? No,
I don't think they've ever done anything. Unless it's recently, and I just am not 100% aware of what it is. Like, I know they did a couple of meetups with, I don't know, they did something with tanks and stuff at one point, like a live-action series where they were frigging riding around on tanks and stuff. No joke. That's mental to me. Like, it's actually crazy.
Oh, you're talking about, like, sponsored deals and stuff like that. We had a question on that. We had a question on sponsored deals before.
Really?
Or would you do a sponsored deals? Oh, by the way, Jaffa cakes are like sponge cakes, guys, with like orange flavor in the middle, jelly, with covered in chocolate.
It's like a tiny little sponge cake, tiny, and it's so small that some people will call them biscuits. And then it's like on top there's like this little blob of orange. What would you call that? Gel, right? Like orange. It's not like gel. And then layer of chocolate. They're good. Have you ever had them?
No, I never had them.
Oh, I know what I'm getting for Matt for his birthday. A packet of Jaffa cakes.
Oh, we totally got to do the swap care package thing and taste it live on the podcast. We got to do that. That has to be a new thing with audio adventure.
We should,
and everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love to do that. Shall we? Oh God, no, I'm down for it. I'm down. Do you want to do it next week?
Yeah, we could talk about it. We could talk about it at the end of the podcast. we don't want to confirm like, you know,
that
like,
means
we gotta do this right now.
Into the idea. Yeah. Oh my God. What about you, man? Though it's been a while since we recorded. It feels like because we did a Wednesday and now it's a Friday pod.
Oh right. Yeah, you're right. Oh well, I have been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. I did the hot pepper, which you kind of... the hot pepper challenge. Let's start with the hot pepper challenge, okay? I thought I would do something... I grew up, okay? Someone said in the comments, I grew up with Scotch bonnet pepper. You know, that's something that is in a lot of Jamaican dishes. And my mom would have put it in there all the time. I mean, she wouldn't put like the seeds in there or anything like that. Maybe a couple seeds would slip in, but whenever it was hot, especially the jerk chicken, whenever it was hot, I kind of dealt with it, and it got easier as time went on. So,
What?
it didn't really matter. Right, yeah, because some people can eat a pepper and it wouldn't matter to them. It's because they're used to the hotness.
It's because they've destroyed their taste buds.
Right, basically.
Do you know what I always wonder, right? If you do that, because that is totally a thing. The more spicy stuff you eat, the better you are at eating spicy stuff. And it's because I don't know whether it must be damage, right, to the taste buds. But I wonder, do you think that damages your ability to taste other flavors as well? You know? Like they say that as you... kids have way more sensitive taste buds, and so that's why your taste can change. Like a Brussels sprout as a kid, like can be really strong and really horrible. Like cheese, I love cheese, man. I friggin' cheese on everything. Cheese is amazing, but that's one of the most overweight sounding things I've ever seen. But I used to hate cheese as a kid, and because it tasted way too strong. So I don't know whether like old people can eat spicier stuff as well. We should test this.
So you're gonna grab your nan inside and record her eating
this could be really depressing if your answer is no, but
ghost pepper.
You still got grandparents around, right?
I do.
All right. We're gonna record our grandparents eating spicy stuff.
Oh, I have some like some real Jamaican grandparents. Let me tell you, Jamaicans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Like, holy crap. Not the good kind either. But yeah, like, no, there's no way. There's no way I'll like bring her over here just to do that. She would not have anything to do with that. She is like full on brainwashed.
Wow. What if she listens to the pod, man?
She will never listen to this, but she don't even know how to work. I'm speaking so bad right now. I'm so
that's so mean. What a sweet
I
person.
don't hate my grandma. I just I don't see her, and she doesn't like me.
Oh, this just
no. All right, let me tell you this. All right. Let me give you an example. One time,
give us all the details.
A lot of you guys know I used to have very long hair, like to the point that it's past my shoulders, right? And that's when I met my wife, and her mom told me to cut it off. But way back when I was growing it, right? Because my uncle, which is her son, had his hair out, and he was doing like, I guess what she considered rebellious stuff. When she saw my hair out, she was like, "Oh, you need to cut your hair." She would not hug me. She would not give me, like, she wouldn't say hi to me. She wouldn't even look me in the eye, right? No money for Christmas, nothing, son. Nothing. No rum cake, no ackee and sawfish when I go over for breakfast. Nothing. Sorry, a little Jamaican accent came out. But yeah, nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Grandparents. I have a crazy grandparent.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well.
Don't say aw. I'm fine, man. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying?
This stuff doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, so you could try it with your grandma. You could bring her over and, let her eat a ghost pepper. That might do, right? Oh, my
God. Dude, I've never actually had a ghost pepper before.
I think, all right, so let me tell you my experience. I had a habanero pepper, and it looked like a dragon crystal. I don't know how else to explain it. It was huge, and I thought I would be able to deal with it. I was like, man, this is going to be fun. I'm going to be a man and do it. And then my wife was like, you might want to have some milk, and I was going to do it. I was gonna do it without milk because we forgot to get milk from the store, and I was like, all right, I'll wait for you to get milk, right? And that's why like the videos were kind of delayed one day. I was like, I'll wait for you to get the milk.
Oh, okay.
And then thank God I did, even though it didn't really help. So when I bit it, I was like, okay, this is not that bad. You could see the look in my face, like, this is not that bad.
Yeah.
I decided not to chew it, but to just swallow it whole, because I could swallow the pills easy, so I could swallow.
Yeah,
this.
That's better. That's cheating, actually.
Yeah, I swallowed it. Well, whatever. I was trying to survive.
You gotta slosh that around on your tongue a bit there, dude.
Yeah. Savor it. Yeah. No. I swallowed it, and I was like, okay, it's good. then all of a sudden you get the sensation of just fire in your mouth. When people say their mouth is on fire, it literally feels like it's on fire. It's, how can I say, it's like you're very close to a, like when you're doing s'mores, it's like you're very close to the fire in the camp, but like it's, your hand stays like that. You know, like right near that feeling that you get, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get burnt a little bit. That's how it feels in your mouth, the sensation of it, even though you're not actually getting burnt, obviously. And it kept going up and up and up and up. I didn't really have the spit thing when I used to swallow that it would get hot, but it was just, everything was just on fire in my mouth. And when I was trying to read 50 Shades of Grey. During this time, like, you kind of almost, like, you stop thinking clearly and you just start like just doing stuff, you know, you just kind of get like really just active. You're like, that's why you see people kind of get up when they're not used to it, just like they're moving around, because you're just like, oh my gosh, I just there's got to be some way for this not to be happening right now. And after I finished the clip of 50 Shades of Grey, that last line, direction is on my belly. Yeah, that was the last line of that section. So I was like, forget it. I'm not doing another one. Give me the milk. The milk didn't help. The milk feels good when it's in your mouth, but as soon as you swallow it, it's back again. Like, it doesn't help at all.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, nothing gets rid of it. It's just go on.
So I just put the milk in my mouth and I let it sit there. I just let it sit there in my mouth. I was like, yeah, this feels better. Oh, yeah. More than 2 seconds. More than 2 seconds of, you know, without freaking burning lava leaking out of my mouth. And I didn't care how I looked on camera. I was just like, I need this gone. It's
at this point where you even forget the camera's there. You're like, it just needs to go away.
Yeah, it's painful. It is really painful. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I want to go through that again. Now that I know how hot it could be, I mean, man, I would have to hit like a mega milestone for me to be like, okay. And people are like, yeah, do hot pepper. I'd rather do something else crazy. Jump off a cliff or something. Because that was just...
Jump off a cliff.
So
we're going to celebrate 100k subs today by...
my death.
Yeah, right? Oh, God. No, I think it's really cool, dude. I think that's the perfect kind of thing to do as well in celebration of a milestone like that, you know? How was your wife looking off camera? Like, I found myself infinitely curious because we were like from her perspective, you know?
She was laughing, and some people thought I was calling her a troll. No, I meant that she was trolling. She was trolling me. So what happened was she said, "Do you want the milk?" And she says, "Do you want me to pour a glass?" I'm like, "No, I want it now." I want it now. She's obviously trolling me, but she was laughing the whole time. She was enjoying herself.
Just like silent laughing in the background.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, just watching me just go crazy.
Feels like there's a lot of milestones being hit. I hit a milestone. Bogotta hit a milestone. Someone else hit a milestone as well that I've been watching. And it all happened like over a period of like 3 days. I was like, wow, this is like where everyone hits what they were close to. Like, and 40k for you has been like something you're really looking forward to for a while now, right?
Right. Because like I stand still for like a good couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then boom.
Yeah. These past few months have actually been like kind of insane. So what do you think you're going to do? Are you going to do something special at 50 as well?
I think I'm going to go for gold. I feel like I'm going to do a lot of stuff this year that's going to make me hit 100K. And that will be my next milestone.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I wonder. See, all I do is I put out a terrible, like, so on Twitter I was like, hey, I'm at a milestone. Here's a screenshot of the channel from like a previous milestone we had hit. These are the videos I had made. You know, it's kind of interesting when I hit 40k, okay, which is what you just hit. Do you know what videos I was uploading?
Oh, it's a question, right? Well, when you hit
I'm
what?
asking you right now. Yeah. I'm asking you what I was doing on my channel when I was at 40,000. When I was the size you are.
40,000. What, like videos you were doing?
Yeah. What videos was it in?
were you doing Griffonrook at the time?
No.
You weren't doing daily deal. You
Boom!
did 40.
Hell yeah, dude! This was when you were on the channel like every day, and when like our little bromance here started. It was daily deal. It was daily deal, dude. Yeah, and I have the screenshot. It's like Don't Starve. It was like the return to Don't Starve video that we did together. That's on the update on the like uploads list for the channel. That was back then. It's crazy to think about, isn't it?
Wow. Damn. Man, that's quite a while ago too.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Dude, I've been buzzing on that idea again lately. Like, a lot. It's been kind of interesting. Because I still think it's such a killer idea. Anyway, that's YouTube stuff. Moving on.
Yeah. We got a little sidetracked there in the beginning.
Many congratulations on reading 50 Shades while eating a
hot pepper. Yeah.
Buddy. Yeah, it's really good.
Hilariously entertaining for a lot of my other YouTuber friends. They're like texting me like, "Yo, dude, that was funny, man." Right at the end too. You know, when you said you talked about the erection, and all of a sudden you started yelling, "Ah!" I was like, "Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that." Yeah. So what have you been doing?
So, well, I don't know. It's the same games. I hate this question, Matt. It's the worst thing in the world. And you love that I hate it, don't you? I've been playing the same games as I've been, so I've been playing a little bit more FF12 at the moment. I have been playing a little bit more, I don't know, on the GW2 side of things. I've only been doing dailies for like a while, but I sort of got a bit more into PvP and stuff because of the beta coming out. So, I don't know, that's a slight difference, right? That's a slight difference. And don't starve, dude. Don't starve. Speaking about that we did that video, I've actually been playing that a little bit recently, like the co-op.
Yeah.
Man, that game is brutal. Like, but I love it so much. The I don't know, the fact that you struggle so much to not starve at the beginning, and then you're going to be struggling to stay alive from the wolves, and then winter. I still cannot get through winter, but then the idea that after that you can get into the adventure stuff, it just keeps me coming back. Like, it's one of those, I like permadeath games, but I often get really burnt out as soon as I die, and then on this one it's like, yeah, go again, here we go, and I just keep trying. So that's been kind of my jam for this week.
I killed myself. I was playing with a friend, and I was the robot, and as you know, during I guess like thunderstorms, you get struck by lightning. And if you're next to your crop that you've, placed, placed all in the same spot, the fire will spread and it burnt everything. Everything that took hours and hours and hours to plant. Guys, everything got burnt away, and we sat there and watched it happen in the rain. Me and Fred were just looking at each other like, he was laughing. He was having a good time. I was not happy. I was just like, you know what? I'm never picking a robot ever again. And because I didn't have to worry about being starved because I got so many gears. I just kept eating the gears. And all I had to do is keep giving him food over and over again. The robot doesn't eat food.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's easy to feed him. Easy. It's like overpowered at first.
Wait. Where were you getting gears from, though? Sorry?
Yeah, it's like there was this desert area right by Maxwell, right by his statue. I just picked up a few, and like more like 9, and it held me for a while. A long time. See, you don't even get hungry fast.
Did you find one of those like giant monsters that charges around and destroys all the trees and camps and stuff?
The one that you track?
No, you don't track it. It's one of those like big, it's like a cog monster, like the horses that shoot you and like the stuff near the Maxwell statue. But it's this giant monster that roams about. And if you accidentally bait it in the wrong position, it just goes full on ham and just destroys all the trees in the area, everything. And I found one near like a Pig King village. So it was just charging into all these pigs that were constantly running out, constantly trying to kill it. And they just couldn't. So it basically destroyed all of their houses. And yeah, I ended up getting just a ton of free mats and then built all my own pig houses like ages away. But that thing just rampages around. I have no idea how to beat it. It's ridiculous. And if it hits you, you go down to like 20 health or something. You're like, oh great, yeah, I'm almost dead.
Jeez. That game is brutal. That game is brutal. Like, there's no simple way to like heal your health and stuff. Like, you use resources and then it's gone. It's gone forever. It's real brutal, and I guess there's a nice place for that because there's not many games that are like that. You have your Dark Souls, which is a totally different type of brutal, which I would like to play Bloodborne, but I haven't got a chance to get that yet.
Yeah,
gotta get a PS4.
What's the deal with Bloodborne? Did it come out already?
Yeah, it's out already. I played a little bit of my friends, and it's kind of the same as Dark Souls and Demon Souls. They say it's kind of like a little bit different. You get like health back when you hit people and stuff like that, but it's still kind of the same type of gameplay. But it's awesome. Like it looks awesome. It feels awesome. It's clean. It's except for the obvious loading times and stuff like that. It's from what I can see from the little time I played it and all the stuff that I watched. It's a solid game that I'm probably going to be that I'm going to want to finish. Definitely. I just can't see myself getting a PS4 for one game. It's kind of hard. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that whole thing. It's what it's like the DS thing, right? It's if you're gonna buy a new console, wait until you can buy an equivalent number of games that cost the price of the console.
But I did get a DS, the new 3DS.
Oh right, okay. What's the deal with this? So it's like it plays some games that regular.
It's
3DS
the same
stuff?
thing, just upgraded. Okay. So all right. Let me get the box real quick. So the box doesn't tell you everything, but it tells you like the major features. Like for instance, it has amiibo support. It has the super stable 3D. So the super stable 3D is where you can move your head and the 3D will track your head, right? So you can look at 3D no matter what angle you're looking at. It does have blind spots all the way to the corners, but it works pretty well. It's not perfect, though. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely way better than my, regular 3DS, the regular one.
Man, I can't believe you've had a regular 3DS and now you've got this as well. I just need a 3DS. I want to play ORS so bad.
Dude, I still say, like, my Nintendo, I've had more fun with my Nintendo 3DS than any other console from a long time. Like, the last time I had this much fun with a console is my Xbox 360. That's the last time I had this much fun. And it's just good. It's just really good. Good games. You got some RPGs. You got some other stuff. And with the new 3DS XL, this is my first experience with an XL screen. It's huge. It's huge, and it just fits perfectly for me. It fits in my pocket. It's not overly big. It has everything I need, including the C stick, so I don't have to have that big clunky the second stick. I forgot what it's called now. Why did I blank it on this on the Twin Stick Pro or whatever it's called? It's like yeah, you have to clip it onto the back.
Yeah. This is like really famously, like really. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called though.
I for some reason I'm blanking on it. It's weird.
Oh no, I'll try and Google it. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, but the main thing that this thing has is the faster processor. So for the game it's going to be used for is Xenoblade Chronicles, which is coming out in like a couple days.
Why do I feel like that's a really old game?
It is. It's being remade.
Oh, okay. All right, good. It's Circle Pad Pro.
Circle Pad Pro. I had it in my mind. I was like, no, it has nothing to do with Circle. C-Stick. Yeah, anyways. That's going to be coming out, so it's going to be able to handle a lot more. I haven't tested it out with Xenoblade yet, so I don't know how better it's going to look because of the processor and stuff like that, but I like the 3DS in general, so it's not going to matter to me. I always wanted the XL. I waited a year to upgrade. I wanted the XL from way back. I wanted to get the actual Nintendo branded XL that looks like an old NES. I wanted that, but I was like, nah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until the new one to come out, and I got me a new one with Monster Hunter. Oh
my god, okay.
I have never played Monster Hunter. I I told people, I
Yeah.
said, which one do you want me to get? Do you want me to get Majora's Mask, or do you want me to get Monster Hunter? I ended up getting Monster Hunter, and I borrowed a friend's Majora's Mask. And I played Monster Hunter, and in the free time I've had, and I like beat the first island so far. Well, island, I guess you could call it island. The first area, and I went on an expedition and stuff like that. And I can see why people like it. It's really fun, especially the weapons. It kind of has a Dark Souls feel to it, Demon Souls feel, where you have to dodge attacks or you're gonna get killed. You have to learn to position yourself properly when you're making big attacks. You have to land those attacks. You have to learn weapon sets and combos with each weapon that you pick. And there's like a variety of weapons with its own like combos and like they have like the switch axe that changes from a blade to an axe, within combos, like, and it looks cool. I'm using the charge blade because I just liked being able to switch between two things, and charge blade is, I don't know, I feel like it's less clunky than the switch axe. Supposedly the switch axe does more damage. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but like,
no, not really. No, well, I've seen some stuff. I think I know in general what you're talking about.
Yeah, like basically, like you will see, like my guy will stick the sword into the shield, flip it over her back, and then slam it down, and it becomes like an axe. Like, it's the most ridiculous thing ever. This is what I feel is one of those games where kind of like it feels like a Maple Story, not the feeling that you get from playing Maple Story, because you
really. Yeah, well, it is kind of one of those very hardcore grinder kind of.
It is.
Games,
it is.
right?
It is grinder. People would hate me saying that. I know people will hate me saying that, but it is kind of like the grindy thing. But because you enjoy the combat so much, you don't care, and you don't think of it as grinding. You think of it as collecting and earning stuff and learning how to fight monsters efficiently and hunting with friends and tracking monsters, because it's really fun. It's really fun to do these things. Yeah. And I got to say, I'm enjoying it so far. Next week, I probably, when I have more time because this week has been hectic. Next week, I'll give you like a full-on review.
You can go completely
balls
to the wall.
Yeah. Well,
well, you're about to say deep there.
Yeah. But yeah. And I'll tell everyone how I feel. But a lot of people said, get Monster Hunter. Get Monster Hunter. A lot of, I would say 40%-ish said Majora's Mask, but 20% of that 40% also said get Monster Hunter. So it's just like, wow. I'll get Monster Hunter. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to play Majora's Mask anyway.
Yeah. Because you got it from your friend, right?
Right. I can't, but like you beat it and it's done. With Monster Hunter, I can't borrow that, It's
like a commitment.
Yeah. That's a commitment there. So there you go. So that's me.
Damn it!
I guess we have to trade places now.
Good stories
what about you?
About what you've been doing. Sorry?
We have to trade places now before I talk about Griffin Rook. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So wait, what's the question this time? Still what I've been doing?
No, anything, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, for the movies and TV show section, I did have something I desperately wanted to get off my chest. Okay. I told you I've been watching Better Call Saul. I'm gonna anger people here. Okay, I really am.
Oh.
But suck it up, guys.
I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. But you did see Breaking Bad, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We talked about it.
So Breaking Bad, for people that don't know, was a really awesome show starring Bryan Cranston. And it basically dealt with a man who broke bad. He lived a normal life, and then he got into the production of methamphetamines. He ended up becoming like a drug lord, okay? That was that show, and in that show, he had like a crooked lawyer who was a very cool character, but very much a side character, and we didn't really get much of his backstory about this crooked lawyer, how he eventually had himself become a crooked lawyer. So then, after Breaking Bad finished, they did a show called Better Call Saul, and basically this is about the lawyer, and this is about how he became what we saw him as in the show Breaking Bad. The show is like Breaking Bad is really high intensity, especially in the later seasons. You see some stuff. Can I talk about Breaking Bad spoilers, Matt? Not like the end of the series, but just stuff that happens.
I guess a little bit, yeah.
All right, well, I'll talk in general terms. Okay, you see people die. You see bodies get dissolved in acid.
Oh yeah.
You see, a lot of brutal stuff. You see like people trying to burn each other's houses down. You see countless gunfights. You see a lot of death, a lot of misery, a lot of horrible stuff. Better Call Saul is kind of like, and it's got like small elements of that stuff, but it's much more. It's like a lawyer show, and it's a much more about lawyering and stuff. And we see a guy who hasn't broke bad. We see him before he was crooked, and so it's a good show, but it's very, very different in tone to Breaking Bad. And I've kind of always accepted that. And I was like, the whole way through the first season, which is now finished, I was kind of like, all right, this is a cool show. It's not the same as Breaking Bad, but the same characters. And I really like the lawyer-ish elements to it. And I like the stuff that they've set up anyway. And the stories they were going into were still interesting to me. So even though it was a different show, it was okay. A lot of people were saying it was kind of slow, though. And a lot of people got bored by it. And a lot of people couldn't stick with it. But it got really good, Matt. It was 10 episodes for the first season. It got really, really, really good. And episode 9 was amazing. Really great. It had this powerful emotional payoff at the end, and it was a fantastic episode with a really well acted scene in it. And then we come to this week, and this was the finale, and it had just come off of the back of episode 9, which had a great setup for the finale, and I had high hopes, and this was, in my honest opinion, the worst finale to a TV series I have ever seen in my life. Nothing happened. It was terrible. We got like 5 minutes of our favorite characters, less at that. The rest of it was entirely about the main character, as he went off and did a bunch of other stuff that had excessively long scenes. Like the first 20 minutes, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but the first incredible amount of time in the episode is just him talking to old people. It's just terrible. It's like they ran out of steam and they had no idea what the hell they were going to do. And then it ends with like, it's like, oh, this is the moment. And then basically, I wouldn't spoil the actual topics of what happened. But then it ends with just this annoying thing where it's like, oh, this is the moment something happened. And it's like, it wasn't very good at all. It was the worst TV.
Ouch.
It was horrible, dude. And I still love the show, and I desperately want them to make more of the show. But I'm really scared now, and they were contracted for 2 seasons anyway. But I'm suddenly really scared that like people are going to get bored and they're going to forget that the show existed once season 2 comes out, because there was just no good cliffhanger here. There was no, not even cliffhanger. There was no connection. There was nothing. It was like, oh, I sort of just spent an hour being mildly entertained by something great. When I come back in 10 months when season 2 comes out, probably not. So I was really sad about that. And for the movies and TV shows section, that's what I wanted to talk about. Tell me if anyone is also watching it agrees, or whether I'm completely wrong. But I'm very sad about Better Call Saul. That's my thing.
Man, it sucks when that happens. Like the only series that I've ever been completely happy with is Castle. That's pretty much it. And Firefly was pretty good too.
Castle, yeah. There were a lot of people on the Better Call Saul subreddit talking about, like, because now it's on break, they were like, what about other shows? And they're like, oh, you guys should watch The Wire, you should watch this. And Castle got a lot of high... How many seasons did Castle have?
It's on its, 5th season?
5th season. That's a lot longer than I thought it was.
It's good, dude. It's going down in viewers. I don't know if it's like gonna last long or whatever. It might be the last season. No, it's 7 seasons. Sorry, I kind of figured it was 7.
Yeah,
but
7 seasons.
Yeah.
So 7. So I saw someone like made a direct comparison between, because I've never seen Castle, made a comparison between Breaking Bad and Castle, and they said like Breaking Bad had its good moments and stuff, and it was really good, but he said that Castle was like the best show he'd ever seen, like TV show, hands down, in terms of its consistency and like its the way it treats like its characters as they evolve and stuff, and like you said, the nuance of Castle or whatever it is, like apparently they handle perfectly like the whole way through.
It is. And that's what, for someone who pays attention to this stuff, like there's certain things like, yeah, I like The Flash, but do I think it's like a good a really good show? Would I recommend it to people? I don't know. Like there's certain points where the enemies would run away, and he's the Flash. He can do 20 things at once. He can grab the guy and save the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid stuff that happens all the time like that in Flash and like Blacklist. I really enjoy Blacklist. But there's like the writer doesn't know how to progress with the story. So, like the girl ends up getting kidnapped. Like, it's just like, that's too easy. And it happens too often. Stuff like that. But with Castle, it's just consistency between characters. If this character told this character something, it is consistent through each episode. No, they don't automatically just forget what was said like many shows do. No, they're consistent, and that's why I like it so much, because it's every episode is in it. It's such a joy to watch because the writers know exactly what they're doing, and they have really good actors. I mean, holy crap. You like everybody on the show. Really? Yeah.
Man.
People that you're supposed to hate, you hate.
Would you get a situation where
that's just how it is, So when people die, even side characters, you're like, oh, damn, I kind of gonna miss it. And then they replace it with somebody even better. And you're like, damn, they on point.
Oh, my God.
They whoever's doing the casting, just the group of them who developed that show know what they're doing. Maybe it's not like the perfect show, but like it's damn near there. It really is. And that's why I say it's pretty much number one in my book, because of the consistency, because I think of, the little things, and so do they. Not they're just going to forget it, in season 2, like all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. And Arrow. Oh my gosh. Arrow's a disgrace to itself. It got so good, and then it just fell off the wagon. Oh, so many shows have fell off the wagon, even Person of Interest, and I'm just done. I just stopped watching certain ones. I'm gonna go back to something that it might be a little bit better. Once Upon a Time, hopefully that one's decent. But yeah, because there's no new episodes of the ones that I like the most. But yeah,
wait, Matt, can you hear me?
Oh, rant concluded.
You can't hear me, can you? You can't hear me. Oh,
rant concluded. Are you there? Hold up. Hello? Oh God.
Hello.
I pulled out my headphones.
Oh my God.
I'm using a different headphones, and I'm not used to it being like in my way. So when I raised my raise my hands when I talk, and I pulled the headphones, and I didn't realize it because it's like so silent.
like you said you had a rant about like 5 minutes before I'd started responding to things you were saying, and you just like powered on through. It happened like 3 times, and I was like, yeah, it's whatever. It happened 4 or 5 times, and like around that time I was like, wait, is he annoyed that I'm like talking over him or something? So then I was quiet a little bit.
No, sorry.
And then you said something, and I like had a huge question, and there was like a break, and I asked the question, and then you just kept going. I was like, he can't hear me, can he? So then I was like, Matt, can you hear me? Can you hear me? My God, you might want to mute all that stuff from my end when the podcast. That's so bad.
Go ahead with what you were saying.
I don't know. I can't remember anymore. I was asking you. It was about Castle. I was asking you all kinds of stuff.
All right, go.
I was saying, so like, with the consistency thing in Castle, would you see that like in season 5 they talk about some scene that happened in season 1?
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing where you say that people won't forget stuff.
No, well, like I wish I had an example that's not like spoiler territory for like other shows and stuff. But like, say a character says, you know, that I don't know, that they like them or something.
Okay.
Or they're mad at them. And then the next episode, like, they're all like goofy gaga, and then all of a sudden the next scene, like, they're mad at each other. Like, stuff like that. Like, it's just, it's the continuity is a little off sometimes. Why is this character asking this question to this character when she already knows? You know, like that type of stuff. It tends to happen a lot. You know, not in the, you know, the actual good shows that actually people pay attention to, like, you know, The Walking Dead. You're not going to see any of that stuff in there. But if you watch like regular TV, it's hard to find those gems that people actually pay attention to, because most people, they just sit down and they watch something and they're like, oh yeah, it's good. You know, they don't really pay attention, you know. But like for people like us that do pay attention, and you know, we get, you know, we get happy when we see stuff like that are done so well and so consistency, throughout the whole episodes and each episode in the season. You know, you have things like Castle, and then for the others you have all the rest of the shows, you know, that are not like that, which is a lot of them, which that's why they're always very low. You know, it's like it's like a sitcom, you know, where they have a sitcom and all of a sudden the next episode is like a reset, you know, like they don't know.
Or like just randomly one of the actors walked from the show and so they've suddenly just got a replacement.
It's lazy writing.
This is still Vivian.
It's lazy writing, man. Lazy.
Well, to be fair, like if actors like end up dropping out or dying and stuff, then yeah.
It's like Big Bang. Once it gets around like season 5, I think, I just stop watching, because it's obviously they're cashing in. Like
it seems to me, Matt, you either really like a show or then you like get really against it. Like the other thing I was talking about.
I mean, it's fine. It's just you could see that they're cashing in. Like you could see the difference between, like, what if I just you know, made Let's Plays of Guild Wars 2.
Wow.
Right? Like, not, you know,
Wow.
not in the way, not in the way I usually
do
things. Not in the way I usually do things with editing and stuff like that.
I was going to announce on this podcast my return to Let's Play in Guild Wars 2, and you've just kind of ruined that.
Not in a way I usually do things with editing and stuff like that, but just plain old, just like,
hey guys.
like I don't even cut certain stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
There's no intro. It's just you're playing the game. It's like imagine
like
you
some of those Let's Players that we watch.
Dude, I do that. I used to do that all the time. I'd like record for like an hour and then I'd split it in 3 videos, and so the middle one would have no intro and no outro. It'd just like fly into it. Be so bad. But no, what I'm talking about is like you stream for like 12 hours just doing random PvE stuff. Like you're not paying any attention to chat either. You're literally there, no music, just playing, and then you just upload like a 10-minute section from the middle there where the only thing you say is like you call downstairs to your wife or something like, no, I'm streaming at the moment. I'll see you later. Yeah. That's like the commentary for the video. No, with the TV show thing, the other thing I was saying to you as well was, geez, you're bagging so hard on Arrow and Flash now. What happened to all the excitement?
I like Flash. Like I said, I like Flash. Nothing's going to change that. I understand what it is and I enjoy it for what it is. Arrow, on the other hand, I'm bagging on it. Yes, I am bagging on it. Flash, I can forgive it because I just like the characters. You know, it's not their fault that the writer is lazy. It's not their fault. You know? But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Somebody's doing it's if it's not the writers, someone's not doing their job. Okay? Tell me if that's okay. Is that okay that a guy in a recent episode, right? He comes into the police station, okay? He goes up the elevator, comes into the police station, right? He starts doing his power thing, right? With the storm. The Flash comes in, takes away his powers. He runs away without powers, goes down the elevator, walks out the police station without getting caught. Tell me how that's okay. Tell me how that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I can't say that I'm okay with that. I'm not. That is not okay. Okay, guys, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys watch Flash. That is dumb. Okay, and that should not be tolerated. That's some classic like lazy stuff right there. Okay, you could find other ways where he can escape. Like he's the Flash, dude. He could run and find people. How can he do that in other situations, but not in the situation? It's like classic
because he forgot.
comic
Look,
book
maybe
thing.
he forgot.
It's a classic.
They should have
comic book
any
thing.
main character. Here's good writing, all right? Okay, now I'm a phenomenal writer, as many people will tell you, okay? Now, any TV writers out there listening right now, here's what you do. Every show you ever make, you have your characters, your main characters, hit their head, right? At some point early on. And so whenever like an inconsistency like this comes up, you can just say, he forgot. He had a head injury before. He forgot. Sorry, guys. I guess the character just didn't think of it. That gets you out of a lot of holes, bro.
Yeah, that's a trick from writers. Yeah, there's a lot of them. The Deus Ex Machina balls. Okay. Oh, all of a sudden something's happening. Something, like this just beyond our control, but that helped us out of this situation.
Whoa, it's an earthquake, and the laser fell off its thing, so it didn't kill the main character anymore. Whoa.
Oh, it's such a good thing. Oh, yeah. Dumb. All right. Anyways, Griffin Rook. Okay. You wanted to hear about this before the pod.
Yeah. So what's the setup?
Okay, so obviously, Guild Wars 2 challenge with first person, no skills, no falling traits or anything like that, and I can't use skills or anything. Oh, I think I said that. So Griffin Rook. A lot of people wanted me to do Griffin Rook. I had to do the bomb, get it all the way to the chest at the end. Okay, so that means I can't. All I can do is dodge basically, and try to find the optimal way.
Okay.
Which is, you tend to notice certain things after you get like a good route going. Like you go, if you guys know Griffin Rook, the jumping puzzle, you go to the side, you jump around the wall and go to the left hand side, and then you jump on top of the rocks, and then you can like skip like the whole thing in the beginning. You know what I'm talking about? Where you have to jump on that pillar and then jump down that pillar to walk up the mountain, and there's like a bunch of griffins on the way.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't remember Griffin either. You don't remember
No,
Griffin
I
Rook
think so.
either.
I think I know what you mean. It's hard though.
Yeah,
because
it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while since I played too. I was just like, I haven't done this in like a few months. So I remember that little shortcut. And that saved me because there's no way I would have been able to do that without any skills. There's no way.
Because the full damage
is too much.
You vulnerable.
Yeah, and I can't. When you dodge, you can easily fall off the platform at any time. So this is where it goes crazy. The AI, sometimes it knows when you're about to jump, when you get to a certain point on the cliff before it gets to the cliff that it can hit you on. And it would automatically go and attack. I show it in the video, where basically I grab the egg to heal my life, and usually I jump right after and grab it as I'm running to keep momentum. But I stopped and waited at the edge of the cliff, and all of a sudden you see the griffin get up, Rawr! And I'm like,
wow,
no, that is not fair. That is not fair. And that's what it would do. It would know when you're coming. So this is luck-based, okay? Because there's no way for you to dodge every griffin. You can't do that, because if you do that while you're on these small little rocks, you're going to fall off.
See,
right?
What I noticed, what I used to struggle with Griffin Rook, right, with the dodging at least, is sometimes they just go, they seem to have like two animations. Like one's the big flying swooping thing, and then eventually they come down and you can dodge it. And sometimes they just get up and they go bang,
just like that.
I'm in your face, straight away, and it's like what are you? And like you can't predict which one they're gonna do, so it just sucks, man.
Yeah, I watch the animations. I'm like, okay, which one is he doing? Like sometimes they'll fly in the air and even wait till you pass by them. Like they wouldn't even attack.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's weird. So it's all luck based. That's how I got through. It's all luck based. After a while, I knew where to go. So I was like, okay, I jump here, try to avoid the griffins as much as possible, sometimes it would hit me on the opposite side of like their platform. Like I will be on the other rock, and they'll still hit me. They'll hit me in midair as well. So you don't really get like the hit. I don't really get the hitboxing. I never did, and that's what kind of put me off in the beginning when I first played Guild Wars. It was the hitboxing. It's just like, what? Hold up, what? How are these guys into me? But it doesn't really matter in PvE, because if you can use skills, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter about the inconsistencies of the AI. I think the new map it feels a little bit better and more consistent, but yeah, the old ones are just crazy. But yeah, it's luck based. It took me an hour and 20 minutes to do that.
Think about that, guys. The video that came out was just under 20 minutes. That's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Like even if you'll get a sense of the effort. I guess I was reading your comments like from just watching it, people are like, oh, massive Trumpsy, man. But seriously, like to see the amount of effort, that is like ridiculous. I remember the other week when we did we were gonna try one. We tried Pig Iron, right? But on that week, we were like, oh, should we do Griffin Rook? And we were both like, nah, that's going to be horrible. No, that's just going to be frustrating and the worst thing in the world. And you managed to actually pull through, dude. So, like, it's kind of ridiculous.
If we both would have done it, it would have been like this. One of us would have made it, and then the other one would have been stuck for another 30 minutes. I feel like that's what would have happened. So we're just sitting there waiting. It was just, oh my God.
Well, it would have been even harder and weirder with the two of us as well, because you're going to have two people causing the griffins to like swoop around and mess up their animations and stuff, and one person gets hit because of the other person who just ran through and stuff. Oh my God, yeah,
just watching the glitchy animations of them just turning to the next target just to swipe them real quick. Oh gosh, so much of that crap, man. It's just really weird. You kind of understand what they were doing, when you constantly see their animations over and over again. It's just like the inconsistencies of that. It's like, man, they really wanted this to be annoying as heck. They wanted this to be hard. They're not gonna fix that junk. They're gonna see my video. They're gonna be like, oh man,
lol.
Like, yeah, I designed that, Matt. Yeah, it's great. I like when developers watch my video. They retweet it and stuff. I'm like, you guys, I bet you're the one who worked on that jumping puzzle.
And I hate you for it. I kind of love you. That feeling when you finally put the bomb down, be honest, was it the best feeling in the world?
Yes, it was, because I kept thinking relief. It's one of those jumping puzzles where you have to start all the way over to the beginning, and that feeling is just like gut wrenching, because it's because it's luck based, it's not skill based. It's it's like, oh, you didn't like finish something, you're like, oh, I have to do all that over again. I really hope that some guy like killed the griffins so I don't have to worry about them. No such luck. No one plays those areas anymore.
There's one thing that I think a lot of people don't like kind of appreciate when it comes to like trying to be entertaining or just being entertaining and being a likable person. It's how difficult it is. Like, this must have been hard for you. I don't know. Like, how difficult it is to still find the fun and the humor and the joy and be happy, even though you're in a really, really frustrating scenario. You see a little bit on Twitch where people like seeing, gamers get really, really grumpy about stuff that happens and just get super, super salty. But in general, like, that kind of frustration could just be annoying, Could you just get really annoyed, like, oh, this sucks kind of thing, like, and that's just not fun. So, like, I think actually one of the hardest skills to have, and like that I struggle with anyway, is like when you're really, really, really frustrated by something and it just sucks, to still be like that kind of happy guy and see like the humor in it and like just have that personality, like, and I think that's actually a really commendable thing, that even at the end you're like, yeah, I friggin' made it, and it's just happiness.
I think what goes through my mind when I'm doing like this type of stuff, like when it's just like trying to prevail over the game, like man versus game kind of thing, and I was like, people like it, so I do it. Like, I'm not doing it for nothing. Like, I wouldn't do this type of stuff for my, to just torture myself, like people want to see me prevail through this because maybe they don't want to do it, or maybe they want to challenge themselves to do it. Now that they see me do it, Matt Casual, like, so.
Oh, if Matt Casual can do it, gotta get in there. Right?
Yeah. And then they're like, don't know if I want to do this anymore after like a really stupid death, like which happens a lot. Like you will have so many stupid deaths with these dang griffins, eagles, whatever. Is it griffons? Is it griffons or griffins?
I say griffin. I almost say it like there's a second I where the O is.
Yeah.
Griffin is the way I say it.
Yeah.
Griffin.
Yeah, it has like an O instead of an I, so it's like Is that just the English language being stupid?
That's just, I don't know. I think if you say stuff quick, then
it doesn't matter.
Can change the sound. Like Griffon, I don't know. If I'm talking quickly and then I stop to say Griffon, it sounds a bit slower than if I just say Griffin and keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good. You gotta admit, that was really good. All right.
Griffon.
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 It sounds like French.
Pass the Griffon, please. Yes.
Oh my god.
So,
dude, I want to talk about Starship Troopers.
all right. So after Starship Troopers, we'll do the audio adventure.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Let's do the audio adventure. I want
okay.
that more. You're right. I want that more. I want that more. So much more. Okay. God, I just had my speakers at max volume as well. That would have blared this audio adventure went out. All right. Do I get a bit of a setup on this week's audio adventure?
So, as you're going to realize, there is a lot of people in this one. I am out and about, my friend. I am outside.
Okay. Damn it. You're always doing me one up in me here. All right. I hear water? Birds? Wind.
Fire. Go planet.
Dude, what the hell?
Uh-oh.
All right, okay, do you know what I got stuck in my head? I got stuck in my head the idea that you were walking along like a public park and you were walking, you know, like the oozes from Minecraft? They go as they walk around all over the place. That's what I had stuck in my head for almost the entirety of that.
Oh.
What the hell? All right, you're clearly outside. Are you at like a public pool? Like, I don't know, this sounds almost like wait, it wasn't you that said you went to a long time ago, I heard this from someone, that you went to like a public like dog bath place before.
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, man, that would be smelly.
Well, no, they're getting clean, Matt. Why would it be smelly? This is where they go to clean up, so it's all like filled with doggy shampoo.
You said public.
Yeah,
Unless
public,
it's in
yeah,
Japan, it ain't gonna be clean.
Wow. Calling people out. I hear that South Korea is very clean as well, actually. You know, like when you're in school as well, where everyone has to walk on the left, like in the corridors and stuff, so you don't bump into each other because your school's massively overcrowded?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if your school was like that. My school was super like that, though. And apparently, like, that's the way everything is in South Korea. Like, everyone is always exact. They have a word for it. It's like a universal cultural, like, ideal of politeness. And it's, like, pretty hefty, you know, like... You walk on the left, and if you don't, you're like spat at in a way, you know, like people really don't like it. Anyway, what the hell? You're outside. It sounds okay. Is there some kind of moisture or liquid-ish thing going on here?
Yeah, there's some of that going on. It's not the audio adventure.
What? Ooh, what does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Dude, are you like, is it running? It sounded like a guy was running at one point. Wait, is this like an outdoor gymmy type area?
I guess, should I give it to you with that?
Oh, did I get it? Are you running? Are you outdoors exercising?
I'm
Dude,
not
is
running,
that
no.
slapping noise, the sound of sweaty thighs being next to one another?
I'm not running, no.
You're not running, but someone's running.
I guess that's close enough. So
Power
as I
walking?
was walking to church,
Okay.
the bus, MARTA sucks in Georgia. Public transportation sucks. So we were walking to church, but it was raining. Okay, so that's what you hear with the water.
Oh, what the hell? But I hear birds. What kind of birds chirp in the rain?
But also, here in Georgia, well, I guess in Atlanta, there's a lot of runs. There's a lot of marathons. So what you're hearing is hundreds of people running.
Really?
And talking to each other. Yeah. Hundreds.
Whoa.
Like just running.
One of them definitely, towards the end, it sounded like there was a bloke that ran past you while running.
Yeah.
No, he was talking or something.
Yeah. There was a lot. There was a lot. So a bunch of yoga pants and very short pants on guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Do you feel I have like this long back alley near the back of my house that connects two large fields, and sometimes you find like huge groups of people running down there, but it's a very thin like pathway, really thin between like industrial districts and stuff. And I have had multiple situations where I'd be like walking the dog down there, and just this huge horde of people just comes barreling at you, and you just have to get to the side because they're like comes straight on, and there's nowhere to move. But I always feel bad as well because I'm like, damn, look at these people. They go out and they exercise and stuff, you know. And it's like, did you feel any of that at all, or were you just like?
I would love to. I just can't. I would love to. Man. When I used to be able to. Oh my gosh, I was crazy. I was crazy for it every day, every morning. And I was working, and I had to do college at the same time. So it was just, I found time because it felt good. It feels good to exercise. It's different for me because when I have pent up energy from when I couldn't do it, you know. So now, like, you know, when I used to do it, when I finally figured out a way when I was young to be able to exercise, I did it constantly for months until it got worse. So my medical issue got worse, and then that was it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, we got depressing.
No, we didn't.
How is that not depressing?
It's not depressing.
How is that not depressing?
It's fine, dude.
Everyone's feeling sad now.
I'm not 300 pounds.
Wow.
Because I don't exercise. I just figured out another way.
This is just to be grateful of your condition, everyone. All right, there's nothing holding you back. You there,
yeah,
listening right
that's
now.
right.
You know you want to exercise.
Get up out
a
of
little
the
bit
chair.
More.
Guys.
Get out there. Yeah, look, this is a podcast. You can put it on your iPhones. We will be your exercise buddies. Come on, push it. One more set.
One more set of those lunges. Feel that burn right under your thigh. Oh man, those were the killer.
Jesus Christ.
My uncle would tear you guys apart. Oh, some of you guys are ripped. Oh, jeez. Some of you guys are ripped.
Wow. We just put out a bounty there almost. Like, it's like, all right, here we go. Who's the... I wonder, think about our audience. There is someone out there who can factually say, I am the fittest of all of these people. You know?
Yeah, that's weird, yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's not give them all the props, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're fit, you know?
There's someone out there who sleeps less than everyone else. There's someone out there who sleeps more than everyone else.
Oh. Some who game more than other people.
Oh, brilliant. See, you brought it to the topic there.
Yeah.
One person out there has more achievement points in Guild Wars 2 than any
Probably. It's probably somebody in the audience. Because it's definitely not me. And you might be close.
No way. There's some people are like mental. I'm not consistent enough, man. That's my problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're close. You're definitely not because people like to dog me. All right, they send me whispers like, "Yo, I got like 20,000 something." I'm like, Jesus.
What? If they message you saying, "Yeah, I got 20K," that's not them dogging you though.
Oh no! I don't mean like that. I'm just playing. Just playing, dog. Damn, dog, come down, man. Just have a little bit of fun, you know what I'm saying?
Man, do people get on you about AP though? Are they like, Matt, man, what's going on?
Yeah,
where's the AP at?
I don't go for AP. I don't know. I just didn't care for it after a while.
No, but
I like
the
stuff
and stuff, right?
I like stuff and killing people. That's pretty much it.
Wow.
That's pretty much it. I do I get the achievement points for what I do consistently, and then that's it. Like I get the achievement points for the consistent dungeon runs I did, and then I just kept doing the dungeon runs, and then that's pretty much where it ended. If I do the same thing over and over again, and I never try anything new, I'm not going to get the achievement points for everything else. Yeah, and
that's like mega villain, by the way, level. What you just said. I like stuff and killing people. That's a mega villain kind of line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude! I'll tell you what. I watched this crazy movie. All right, maybe you saw it as well. I had no idea what was going on. DC have started doing like animated movies.
No, they've been doing animated movies, man. I talked about it on this podcast.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You don't listen to me.
I do.
No.
Listen.
You don't listen to me,
quickly.
man. I'm a little bit sad.
This is a conversation that many people will know have come up in many videos before.
Yeah. You don't listen.
I do listen. Come on.
This is the second time it happened on this podcast too. It's so weird. All right, go ahead.
Really? Why? What was the other thing?
I don't remember. I tend to forget things like that.
Oh, there
so
you go.
Oh,
see? All right. Now you're forgetting things, and it's okay. Oh. Dude, but I watched Batman versus Robin.
Oh, I didn't watch that one yet. Oh, I have to download it. I'm gonna watch it after the podcast.
Did you watch? Oh, you're gonna say, I talked about this before. Did you watch Son of Batman?
Yeah. The recent ones I've watched. All of them I've watched. Every single one.
Right. Actually, now I do remember you said, you've watched all of them.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them, except for the one I said I didn't like. I can't remember what it was.
Well, dude, this was awesome.
The Atlantis one. That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, right.
You remember that too. That's why you're laughing. How I hated it so much. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It was a good movie. I won't spoil it, then I won't talk about it too much. It was cool. I was like blown away, dude. And you're absolutely right to have given such ringing endorsements of those as well. It was weird seeing Robin as like a kid, but then when you understand the story and stuff, and it's like, okay, yeah, especially off the back of Son of Batman. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm happy that this is going on, and I was really happy that I got to watch. I mean, Batman versus Robin, sweet stuff. Do you know when Batman versus Superman's coming out as well?
I think it's like next year.
Is that still next year?
I think a lot of things are next year. Yeah, it might be some stuff this summer actually.
Come on, it's got to be this summer.
Some things are this summer. Some things, but next
Batman
year has a lot
Superman,
of good stuff
Dawn
too.
of Justice, yeah, 2016. You're right.
Yeah, so 2016 is like the sweet spot, and then 2017 as well, Star Wars and stuff, which I really can't wait to see that cross guard. Sorry guys, I hate it. I'm one of those haters. The cross guard makes no sense.
There's the new Lost World coming out as well, new Jurassic Park.
I'm watching that because of Chris Pratt and because of Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec and the movie he was in, Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Like
the other movie as well.
It's weird to see him in Parks and Rec though. Like yeah.
Yeah, I watched the Lego movie. We talked about it. I think there was even maybe a podcast movie club at one point. I rewatched the Lego movie just the other week with my guild, and I was shocked to see that Chris Pratt was the main guy. Like I knew the fact, but when I started rewatching it, I was like, oh my god, right, yeah, it's Chris Pratt. And it was weird to see that movie and like hear his voice coming out and stuff. I was like, god damn, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Crazy when that kind of thing has happened. But yeah,
Crazy in Love.
Cool movie. All right,
Crazy in Love.
All right, movie club though that we watched this week. Let's get to it.
Starship Troopers, the ultimate 90s action movie.
Yeah, can I start with this?
Yeah, please do.
I knew nothing about this movie.
Me either.
Okay.
Nothing but Neil Patrick Harris was in it, and he's barely in it.
And you said last podcast though, I think you said it was cheesy, right? You're like, let's get some good
heard.
Cheesy. Yeah. I know, it's not like I'm blaming you or anything.
Yeah.
But when I watched it, I went into it thinking, oh, cheesy, and so I was thinking, oh, this is probably like a comedy. This is probably like a little bit like kind of. It's supposed to be really outlandish and sort of, just cheesy kind of action-y movie. And I was like, I didn't look into it too much. I really thought it was going to have a big comedic slant to it. And it took me a long time to realize that it wasn't being like this weird tongue-in-cheek black humor show, film, and that it was actually like being super serious about a lot of the stuff it did. And then it really roped me in. And I was like, damn, this is the best movie ever. I was so into that movie,
you liked it too, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I really liked the movie. I was not expecting it to like my wife. Oh, every time I put on a movie club with my wife is just like ready to just roll on it. You know, she's like one of those types of people, and she liked it too. She was like, wow, I really enjoyed it. Like the comedy is comedy, like, and it's like it just sucks up the 90s and just throws it at you, and even the lines that they deliver, but it's like it feels like it's self-aware. It's probably not self-aware, but it feels like
no, that's the thing.
Almost.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's straddling the line a little bit. It's like, is it self-aware or not? Like, because some of the stuff is pretty cheesy and some of the stuff is pretty crude, but dude, I love the universe that they set up there. I love the weird twist where I'm like, wait, what am I? Like, for the first, 20 minutes, I'm like, am I watching a high school movie? Like, what is this movie? Like, I have no idea what this movie is. Like, is this just a high school movie except set in the future? And there's going to be some stuff in space. And then there's the weird, ominous stuff about the war and the bugs. And I slowly got more and more into it. And then I looked back at the start at the, the futuristic change. Oh my god! Like the changes that they'd set up in society, and the idea that you had to earn the right to be a citizen and all this kind of stuff. I was like, you know what? This is really cool, and I suddenly really, really appreciated what it was doing. Man, I thought it was a cool movie. You know, there's 2 sequels as well. I'd buzz in to watch them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they can't be good. There's nowhere they're good. Are they?
Well, it set up a cool universe, right? So.
Right. They're probably
I'm pretty sure I saw Starship Troopers 3. I'm on the wiki page at the moment.
Oh, dude, it has it's with different people. 3.5.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah. There's Starship Troopers 2, Hero of the Federation, and Starship Troopers 3, Marauder. Oh, and then there's Starship Troopers Invasion,
which is new.
Oh my god. It's like I'm finding. It's like how I got when I discovered the Alien series. You know, I'd never watched them, and then I found out there was this cool series of sci-fi movies that I'd been missing out on.
Dude, there's a lot of sci-fi short films you should see, dude. On YouTube, there's tons of them that are really well done. Yeah.
What, made for YouTube or just
on YouTube? Yeah. Just on YouTube. Like it's called the CG Bros, and they host a lot of sci-fi films on there, and it's just tons and tons of really, really cool animated stuff, like robots, everything. You would think that it's better than some TV shows, to be honest. A lot of it is better than some TV shows. Man. Oh, Power Rangers.
Well, okay, so drop me a link to it after the pod, and then
you'll be going down a rabbit hole. That nice internet rabbit hole.
Oh no, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
It is.
No rabbit holes.
It is, because there's so many films on there that you'll be like, oh man, this looks like a cool thumbnail, and then you're dropped into this universe, which will never be extended because these guys don't have any money to build upon.
Oh wow. Were you hired to plug them?
Well, no. There's no donation site or anything
money.
Like that. So there's no point. It's just weird. I always find these things because I like looking at animated films, and then I got to sci-fi films, because I love me some sci-fi. The CG Bros. I'll drop you a link.
Dude,
they host a lot of the stuff. But they're not the people who create it. Yeah. So Starship Troopers. I gotta say, I was like, I didn't download the uncut version. What is this? What is this? All of a sudden, I thought it was PG-13, and then all of a sudden there's a shower scene, and I'm like,
oh yeah. Well, no, it's not just the shower scene though, is it?
No,
it's quite gory and stuff too.
Well, I don't care about the gore. I love the gore.
Oh, that is that comment, man.
Yeah,
actually, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I don't care about seeing, all this gore. That's one of the most twisted things. Anyway, yeah. Go on.
You're so right, dude. You're so right.
And it's not you. It's just society, man. It's wow. Can you please cut what I
don't care. There's two it's just me and my wife watching. It's 2 adults, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have no kids, so I don't have to worry about that. And I won't be having any kids in a while because I want to watch my movies when I want to. And I don't want to censor my movies. I want it to be done because that's how it's done, right? They have together.
Yeah, I
together
thought
army.
the shower scene here was like really tasteful.
Yeah, it wasn't like
all
oh
right.
yeah, oh look at those sizes of those of your big sausage, dude. Like it's
There
crazy.
there was never any zooming in to anyone's bits. They were just there on the scene as they
Yeah.
naturally would have been, and it just so happened this scene took place in a shower where there were both men and women showering together, and this kind of shows
It's like
how
RoboCop. It had that feel of
Yeah.
RoboCop. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, and they were still being their normal characters, and it was fine. It was really cool. And the girl like slaps his ass as he like walks out and stuff. It was actually really cool because it demonstrated how gender boundaries had sort of shifted and changed, and it wasn't so.
And that's
for that kind of thing to
and that's what I want to talk about. Like it's weird. First of all, Carmen, I hate her. I hate her. I absolutely hate her. But like I really like how they do women in the future. Like they play football. Like like it's so cool to see that. And you see like the girl like she's like the quarterback and she like yeah, exactly. I would love to see that. I would love to see that in the future. Like actually
it was
see
really well
because
realized universe.
Some of these NBA women teams, dude, some of these players, damn, they way bigger than some of these guys, okay? They will eat you alive, son. I mean, they don't look like monsters. I'm just saying they look huge. I'm not saying they're huge. I mean, hopefully, I don't know any like, secret stuff. I don't know if they, take steroids. I doubt that they do. I think it's just weight training. But because that's not allowed, right? In the NBA, right?
I think you're digging for. Why are we talking about steroids now?
I should shut up now. I should really shut up now. Anyways,
Dude,
I really like how
before.
women are portrayed in this one because they're portrayed as equals. But oh my gosh, Denise Richards. It's been a while since I've seen her, but
yeah,
her
his
as
face
Carmen.
is weird. Yeah.
What the hell, man? I hated her in this movie. I was just like, she needs to die. And I knew both. I knew both of those the people that they were dating. They were both gonna die, and all of a sudden they're like end up together. I was like, no, why Diz gotta die? She had. That was disappointing to me. It was disappointing. And Neil Patrick Harris was all of a sudden a douchebag.
Diz was really cool in the movie, actually.
Yeah,
really, really
one of the
cool.
favorite characters. I just wish she didn't die. At least she didn't die all messed up. At least she
Yeah,
died
I
in
thought
arms.
it kind of sucked that she died. Too often, love triangles and stuff are resolved by just killing one of the characters. It's like, oh, this is so sad, but now we get to live happily ever after.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a trope.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old movie, so it's one of those things where you watch old movies and you wonder, like, is this a trope yet?
Honestly, this is sometimes we come away, and it's pretty rare that I feel so strongly like this. But sometimes we come away from a movie club on the podcast, and I would really, really, really recommend people to watch a movie. And this is one of those, honestly.
Yeah.
So if you guys never watched it, between these last two pods, like check it out. It's a cool movie. I liked it a lot. It's got a bit, it's straddling that line, as we said. And there is some clunkiness there, but I think it's a good movie.
If you enjoy the
I'm really glad
90s
it's a
old
good film.
action films and, you want to get surprised of an old film like this, you might want to take a look at this.
So, Matt, the past 7 movies we've watched have all had some scene at some point with a woman's boobs just there on the screen.
we need some sausage.
So
Anything with
we
sausage?
need to. That is not where I was going with it.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying this should be the next. We have to ensure that this trend continues with the next following movies, since apparently that has become our thing.
I got the strangest thing where my sister texts me, you're so hilarious in the hot pepper challenge thing, and I was just and my sister's like 10, so I was like, what? No, she's 12. Sorry. Oh my God. No, 13.
Whoa, dude!
13.
Do you want to talk to everyone about
No,
your
she's
sister?
13.
I feel bad. I don't even know that much about your sister.
She's 13. She
God.
She might be 14. She's turning.
Oh my God!
She's turning
this is
14.
So bad.
July.
When did you last see your sister, Matt?
It's going on a year and a half. I usually come down every year, but money was tight. It takes a lot of money to fly down to Miami. So yeah.
Okay.
But I miss my sister. We're gonna fly her up up here. Hopefully.
Oh, dude, and you were reading 50 Shades in that video.
That's where I'm getting at. I was like, hold up, you watched that? I was hoping that because she hasn't talked to me about my channel in a while, so I was like, hold up, you watched it? I was like, you didn't show mom, right? I'll show mom. I'll show mom.
Dude, do you think you'll get like overprotective older brother syndrome, or do you think because you're a bit more distant you won't get that? I had friends growing up who like had that, and I was like, I could never understand it because I only have brothers, so it was never something I really got. Do you think you got that a little bit?
I definitely I want to be more. I want to be there for her a little bit more. I have to figure out a way. I feel like I don't know if I'm going to be moving back to Miami or anything like that. But
what? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
but like I have to visit more, and I don't know. Maybe I will be a little protective when it comes down to the later stages, but I don't want to be out of her life so much that it doesn't mean anything that I say anything. Yeah,
dude, Skype webcam calls, bro. Every Friday. Boom. Hey sis, how's it going?
We play Minecraft together. I host
a server. Upload it. That's what everyone's gonna be saying.
I host a server and we play. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. I try to I'm a gamer. She's straight up.
Should show
she's
everyone your
weird,
world.
just like me. Geeky, just like me. So it's great. It's great. We click very, very well, even though we're very far apart. And I should talk to her a lot more. Now that's depressing.
This podcast is dedicated to Matt's little sister.
Yeah. So what's the next movie club?
Oh God, I actually don't know.
I thought you said you want to continue the trend, and then you stopped.
Don't leave it up to me. Or what? Continue the trend?
No, don't continue the trend.
When did the trend start? Was it with Titanic that the trend started?
Yeah, it was with Titanic.
That was our first boob movie.
Oh gosh.
And I picked that. I guess I just set you off, right? I put you on tilt, and it's just been like spiraling down. I'm trying to think of any other movie right now that has boobs in it, and I'm sure there's a lot of them. None come to mind.
50 Shades. I hope no kids watch 50 Shades.
Oh my God! All right, let's go. Let's go do something like I don't know. I don't know what I fancy though, Matt. I don't know.
Let's pick some.
We should take more community ones. I think.
Someone said Spaceballs, but you said you already watched it.
Yeah, Spaceball keeps coming up on the podcast. A lot of people keep doing that. I'm pretty sure. Didn't we watch that on the pod?
No, we did.
Wasn't that a podcast?
No, it wasn't.
Really? Why did I watch that then? I feel like it was something to do with YouTube when I watched that. Or maybe I did just randomly watch it. Dude, the sun. It's that perfect time of day for me now because obviously we're coming into summer. The sun is in my eyes and it's killing me right now. Oh God, I'm sorry. Let's pick a movie. This is horrible.
I'm reading the comments here, and it says, "F you, Matt. Arrow isn't bad.
F
Stop
you.
making me mad."
Yeah. Oh wow.
That same guy said do Old Boy.
Oh, Old Boy I hear a lot about actually. I do want to watch that movie.
What is Old Boy?
Old Boy is I think it's like one of these movies where a guy ends up going out on I don't want it. Yeah, it's like a vengeance kind of movie, but apparently it's like really good. I can't remember the specific thing about it, but it's like I keep watching stuff and people are like, "Oh, Old Boy is like this movie and it's really really good, so you should watch it." It's a South Korean movie is the one that we would be watching if we watch it.
South Korean one?
Yeah.
There's two versions?
2003 one. Yeah.
2000 what? 13 one? You said?
2003. Don't watch the Spike Lee American remake. Well, I don't know. Was that any good? I didn't even know that came out.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this one is supposedly better. Oh, let's Korean movie. Let's do that. We haven't done that in a while.
All right, I would want to watch the 2003 one.
Yeah. Let's do that because the other one looks just like it's made by Spike Lee. I'm not saying anything bad, but
Wow, now he's saying something bad. All right, okay, let's watch the original Old Boy.
Let's
I
do
remember
it.
this gets a lot of recommendations for people for a very specific reason.
Old Boy, next movie club. Woo! Yeah. Oh, that might have capped a little bit. Anyways, TVs and movies. What have I been watching? I've been watching Blacklist a lot. That's pretty good. That's always very a good show, a good solid show with a strong female lead and a diverse cast, not just white people. I need to stop. I know I'm getting.
No. It's fine. All right. We
I'm
understand.
joking. But it is a diverse cast, and it's really good to have a diverse cast because it really adds more flavor to the show. It really does.
Okay.
What else? I guess that's pretty much. I've been kind of marathoning that, other than keeping up with Castle, Shield. Oh, and The Flash. Okay, I finished The Flash. I can't believe I forgot about this. And I said last time I'm gonna finish the episode, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So Mark Hamill, right? And someone left a long detailed thing about Mark Hamill actually voice acted the Trickster.
Okay.
So he's already on that role, and it's sillier versions. It's sillier versions of Batman's villains.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna look up his email so I can say his name and give more details. But his performance,
You were really impressed by his performance last week.
and holy crap, he mentions Breaking Bad, and he mentions a reference to Star Wars. It's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen on TV. Yeah, I was just like blown away. He mentioned Breaking Bad, he breaks the whole I don't know if that necessarily breaks fourth wall, but it's very interesting to see that. So
Breaking Bad is just a term for cracking and
no. He says Breaking Bad season 5. He said.
Oh really?
No, yeah.
God.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
He said Breaking Bad. No, yeah, for real. He went all the way. But yeah, his performance was great, and hopefully this only brings up the show. I would like to think.
Okay.
But
I mean, I can't imagine why it wouldn't. Right? If he's doing very well in the role, and we said last week, he's not necessarily big name, but I think he's pretty big name. Especially with Star Wars coming back as well. Stuff on the horizon for him right now.
Yeah, and he's gonna play his original roles, so that's pretty good. The thing is, as an actor, sometimes I feel like he will say something if something is just not consistent, and he will say something like, "Yo, this is not good. Don't do this." Hopefully from this episode on, he might be if he's in that episode, he'd be like, "Yo, this doesn't make sense. What is this?" He kind of fix it up a little bit. Shake off some of that TV nastiness.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that the actors
Some
should
actors
have that
do
kind
do
of a
that,
say
yeah.
over the script?
Some actors do that, yeah. They'll say something. They sit there and they read in a room,
Mm-hmm.
If you're Mark Hamill, not to say he's such a huge name, but he is famous,
Well, it's not about how famous you are, it's about how much you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but you have more weight.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You have more weight when you're somebody. It's like if you're a guy who has let me not do the comparison of YouTube.
God, I don't even know where that was going.
Let me not.
Are you
do
looking
that.
for this guy's name? Are you?
Huh?
Are you looking for this person's name who left this comment?
Oh yeah. I was. Go ahead, and I'll come back to you.
Well, I didn't have any comments on the Mark Hamill thing. Maybe we could, but
No.
I did want to talk
You can
about
move.
another show.
What TV show and stuff you've been watching?
All right, okay. This was something else. I've already talked something. That's pretty much all we talked about for ages. But okay, one thing I found out I didn't even know existed. Have you heard of Fear the Walking Dead?
Have I ever what? Fear?
Have you ever heard of Fear the Walking Dead?
Fear the Walking Dead?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This is clearly a no. Your answer is. Did you know the Walking Dead TV show coming out, based on comic book series, also coming out. You know that it comes out on AMC every blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. They do half seasons. There's another show coming out called Fear the Walking Dead. It's set in the Walking Dead universe. And it's at the timeline of the zombie apocalypse happening, and it's set with a bunch of different characters set in Los Angeles, in a different area of the States. So it's going to be set in LA. It's a new show coming out. It's going to be coming out and airing on the off-season of regular Walking Dead. Pretty soon. Called Fear the Walking Dead. I didn't even know this existed. And I read about it. Again, this was on Reddit when I was reading about Better Call Saul. People were like, "Oh, a show to look out for is Fear the Walking Dead."
Cliff.
How much is that?
Cliff Curtis and Alicia.
Are you looking it up? Information about the character?
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
You should be more excited. What are you doing?
I don't know.
This is
I just
cool.
hope they don't mess it up. I just don't want.
Well, they can mess that up, and we'll still have regular Walking Dead. But still,
the comic book is good, and everything is good with The Walking Dead, except for that game that they put out. Oof. Not the one from Telltale. Not the one from Telltale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was another one. Some
that
survival
game
thing.
so bad.
But the guy's name is JR. And that's why Captain Code is Mr. Freeze, and the Trickster is the Joker. It's like the sillier versions. Yeah. And Mark Hamill is already played as a Trickster, so it's natural for him to be in it. Yeah, JR. Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about TV shows.
And he also said, he guilt tripped me here. He says, now I got your attention. Tell WP about Black Mirror. It's a Black British show. I mean, sorry, a British TV show. What did I say?
What the hell?
It's a British TV
Black
show.
Black Mirror. Why do I want to watch this? What?
I don't know. He just says you might like it.
Oh, okay. All right. You're just sending a message. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, in the middle of the podcast. Very professional.
Oh, dude, that's what makes the podcast, though. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it really does. It's
apparently it's a song as well, and a computer adventure game from 2003. All right. Well, there you go. So moving on. Do you want some questions?
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Hold on. Just before we have
you giving me a riddle?
We have to do the riddle.
No. Oh god. All right. So we're gonna do a riddle. At the start of the podcast, I tried to sneak it by Matt, and I said we were getting questions and stuff, adding stuff to the doc, and then I said, "Oh, you want me to go get a riddle, Matt?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's cool." Just as I go to go, he goes, "Wait, no, I want to get the riddle."
Yeah,
because he
every single time he keeps doing this. He says he I'll get the riddle. And so I could look like the retarded one. All right, so
wow.
Oh, this might be a too easy one. I should give you a hard one like you do.
Come on. I don't give you hard ones.
You
what
do.
Are you talking about?
All right. Well, what has 4 eyes but can't see?
4 eyes but can't see. Probably some kind of word with 4 eyes in the word, but I can't think of it. Right? Is that basically what they're going for? I don't know what word in the English alphabet though has 4 eyes. I'm not smart enough to figure it out.
Damn you, Mississippi.
What? Mississippi. Oh, come on. Why would I know Mississippi? I got along in the right lines, though, right? You can go another if you want.
Okay.
Smash some out. Let's do it. Yeah, I just clicked my knuckles. Hopefully people could hear that. Because that's not disgusting or anything.
Oh, no. These are like kiddie ones. No.
Come on. Give me a kiddie one. 3 kiddie ones equals 1 adult one. You know it to be true.
All right, fine. I feel like you used some of these before, so you might have looked at this already.
Oh, God.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to remember, though. Come on. You know how bad my memory is. Let's do it.
If an electric train is traveling south, which is the smoke going?
It's nowhere because it's electric. Boom, next one. Let's do it.
You know what? Forget this. We're not doing
we're
not doing another kitty riddle. We're not doing another kitty riddle. No more kitty riddles. I'm going to find me a hard one for the end of the podcast. Let's go. All
right.
Questions.
Okay. Well, questions. You're going to have to respond to this pretty quick, though. Rock Lee says, if we... this is a great question, okay? He says, if you had both went to the same high school, would you have been friends? If not, what would your dynamic have been if made class partners?
You mean like if we like met each other, would we be friends?
Yeah, we're both in the same year at high school. Is basically the deal.
Yeah, because I mean, I was friends with a lot of my class, but I mean, there's some people I didn't know.
I mean, I had a lot of friends, but I never had like a lot of really, really, really close friends with who I hung out with daily. Like I had like I had a small group of those of maybe 5 or 6 people, and then I was like friendly and new and chatted to and stuff. Pretty much everyone else in the year, there were people obviously I didn't get along with or were slightly completely outside of my friend group, but that's kind of the way I was. So basically the question is, would Matt have been in that group? I think if we'd been in the right classes, yeah, because you played a lot of games as you were growing up, and that was kind of a thing that I used to do a lot of, and I don't know, it depends how different you were at school, That's the thing, and it depends how different I was at school.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know, I would have if you were who you are today, then I think I would have liked you. However, I also know that you were a little bit different at school. Those were the dark days.
I was
those were the
goofier
shadow
at school.
The shadow of the Colossus days.
No, I didn't just steal stuff like that. No, that was after school, actually, after high school.
But you talked about how you changed a lot, right? As well, at one point, and how you told a story on the pod before about how you, as you were growing up at school, you kind of changed yourself a lot, like one year, and you became a different person, someone you were happier with, right?
Oh, no, I didn't become a different person. I felt like once I found some friends, I was able to open up and be myself.
Who you were.
Yeah, because I just kept to myself a lot.
Okay. All right. So brutal honesty. Here we go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have opened you up?
I think the best time for me and you to meet is after I met my friends and I met you and opened you up, because I think you would have been close. Yeah.
Wow.
And I would have been mad goofy. I was a goofy kid. Goofy kid. I made light of things because I was really overweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I was
the
one
thing.
of those.
I was never friends with fat guys at high school, man. No way. That was.
I never sweated though. I was never one of those guys like. No, I was never like that. I always kept really clean and smelled really good. Yeah. I was like a plumpy. I wore my fat well, should I say? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Teddy bear is
yeah,
what they used to call me.
You got a riddle, or should I do the other question?
Because he always wanted to squeeze.
Wow.
Should. All right. So,
should I do the next question, or you got a riddle?
We didn't finish his question.
What do you mean we didn't? Okay. Well, if we weren't friends, what would our dynamic have been if we were made class partners? Sorry.
So I'm guessing science project? Go home at night?
I'm not going to lie to you. Whenever I'd be in a class part, not whenever, often, if I was in like a group with a whole bunch of people, I was not the person putting in the most effort.
It depends on
how
what it was
there's always
for
the
me.
guy that slacks off. What? Sorry?
It depends what it was for me. Like, if it was an art project, I would be doing it by myself pretty much. I would not care. I love doing that. If it's for something like, I don't know, science, I would get down and dirty for. English, no. I would be like, yo, you got this? I don't know. Like, that's the worst thing when you get inside of a partnership and you're like, you know anything about the assignment? Nah, I don't either. Oh God. You start going home, open up your textbook, try to read up on everything and like the story, and you're like, I don't even get what's this. Like, I don't understand the story. You're thinking about other things, man, when you're in high school.
Jesus. A really typical thing I would used to do in like group projects is so often teachers would be like, all right, here's a group project you're going to do together. And you are all going to have to research a topic and then present it to the class as a group. And one thing I would love doing is I'd love being like, okay, you guys can all do the work and like write it all out and stuff, and I'll agree to be the guy that stands up and does it in front of the class. And they'd be like, oh, okay, because no one ever wanted to be up in front. So I'd be like, yeah, I'll read it out to everyone. And then you can kind of sit back, essentially, in essence, is what would end up happening. You'd end up sitting back a bit, you'd chime in a little, and then when the time came, you just get to go up and read the PowerPoint slides and make it sound kind of interesting. Boom, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Japanesey, done.
You know what's weird? I think I think I was scared to be in front of the class. I don't know if I would necessarily had a situation where I had to choose or anything like that, but I was always a little nervous back then. I'm not nervous now at all, but it's weird.
I was okay in front of the class, but what I hated was stuff like icebreakers, where you'd have to like sit and have like false conversations with people you didn't know and stuff. That kind of stuff was what got to me more. But I could easily be like
small talk. Right. My wife
What is your
knows
favorite
I
color
hate
and
it.
why?
I hate it so much.
Matt, what is your favorite color and why?
Yeah, that's a good one. That is
No,
terrible.
so tell me, man. Come on, I want to do this. We're doing this right now. What's your favorite color and why, bro?
It's black because
Oh, Jesus Christ.
no one can see me at night.
That's very interesting. Mine is yellow because I'm.
That's what I would answer. That's what, and now, and then I would say yellow and black makes a B.
Wow, that's very true.
we would be friends instantly.
What did your grandfather do for a living?
Oh, dude, you're going deep. You're trying to really bore the guy. Oh my goodness.
No. What I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to get your security questions for your passwords out there on the internet.
No way I'll put my grandpa as my security question.
No. I've had a cute security question that's been, what's your grandfather's profession? I know that I've had that in the past.
I have no idea what
I've
he
ended up with
does.
it.
I have no idea. I don't think he does anything. I think he just owns a
Wow.
couple properties in Jamaica.
That's the life. That's good living. All right, here we go.
I want
so
that.
the final question.
I want that nice, relaxing life of just like, can you imagine just living off of all the work you did for the first 30 years or 40 years of your life and just
Yeah, but then
sitting
you just-
down
you got-
and just playing games?
My God. I wonder how long before that becomes really unfulfilling, though. Because I feel
I
like there are
think it
people
would
out
be
there who
unfulfilling.
literally would just do that. I do too.
I feel like I have to
think
be
it could take a long time.
creative. Like, I feel like I would still like run a channel or so. I feel like if YouTube dies, I would still figure out a way to do something like this.
No, see, I would be fascinated to see a moneyless society that somehow works, where there is no obligation for people to get work and get jobs. And I wonder how many
Ooh.
people do have innate to them this desire to always be developing as a person. And how many other people are kind of just like,
A lot.
I'll literally sit around and do nothing for 60 years until I die. I don't mind. That's fine, as long as I'm having fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are both types of people out there, and one isn't necessarily better than the other. It's just one has to happen, I guess, because
Dude, that would
you
be
get more money.
amazing. No money. The thing is, how would you balance
Isn't that Star Trek?
everyone? Well, I guess it would be cool if everyone lived a clean lifestyle, you know, or in these places where you have no money, you could just get food. Everyone had their own coupons, but you can't. There's no way you could like run out resources and stuff like that. You would have to get like
Yeah.
you would have to like sign papers to get like have a party or something,
Yeah.
you know, to get more beer. And
the whole
stuff.
thing with Star Trek, because we were talking about sci-fi, I think, is because technology's progressed to a point where they can just materialize food and stuff. There's literally no need for money anymore. I think this is it, and like society has just sort of evolved to this perfect, awesome place. And there's no need for people. The only reason that we see people in the Enterprise doing what they're doing is for that raw desire for learning about the universe and exploration, and that's it. And like, there is no fear of what is different or unknown. There is only relishing in the adventure and the knowledge of it all. And that's the idea, I think, that we're at this like utopian place as humanity.
I need to watch
And you
that.
don't see that often.
I really do need
It's
to
cool,
watch it.
man. Star Trek, yeah.
Yeah.
I think some Star Trek people might be able to confirm or like elaborate on what I just said, but I think that's the idea behind the series and one of the hallmarks of it.
There is a this guy is trying to make food, you know, not a thing in the future. You know, Soylent. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got like kickstarted from way before, and now they like moved into like a big old like, you know, factory now that people are buying these things. Basically, it's like $65 for like a week's.
People chow. It'd be good.
Yeah, they scoop it and it's like you blend it. It's like a little protein shake thing, and you drink, and you're full and satisfied. But then some guy tried to do it. I think it was Motherboard, the channel Motherboard, did this whole documentary of him doing it for 30 days. And what would happen is because he wasn't eating the food that other people were eating, it was really awkward. And because he would just sit there with his Soylent eating instead. And it wasn't
so the social effect.
Yeah, it wasn't a social, he wasn't getting that from eating Soylents.
Yeah,
so he stopped going to dinners entirely. And then because he wasn't socializing, he kind of got depressed. But also he kind of enjoyed having different textures in his mouth instead of it just being, Soylent, just, paste going down your throat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and doing that for a long time is bound to get boring. Depends if you can handle the boring or the monotony.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think if you did it for years and years and years and years, at least that psychological effect would go away because you would just, I guess, stop to lust for things that you haven't had. Maybe. I don't know. Deep psychological questions we're raising here. Do you want me to go to the next question?
Yeah, go ahead. But he also said he also said that he like don't you know how you get the pipe for your water? That's Soylent. Eventually, he would want it to be like Soylent.
I see.
A solution for food. Not always, but just enough to the point that you don't have to worry about the resources of Earth going away so quickly. But yeah, go ahead.
I was just flabbergasted that we got onto Soylent from. If you both went to the same high school, would you have been friends?
That's what people watch the podcast for.
I think that's pretty impressive. All right, here we go. The last question is from Alex Bailey, who says, I was left wanting just a bit more after finishing this week's episode. Maybe something about not having pants like old times. Keep it up, though. Still enjoying the show since day one. Also, a question. What is your most traumatic experience that you've ever had? Now, okay, I'll come clean. Before the pod, I was like, oh, man, I've got a really traumatic one. I can't talk about it to Matt.
Yeah.
But I do have a second good one. All right.
Okay.
Which is because the reason I clarify this is because this is going to sound like I've got some incredibly sheltered life to come out with this. But one of the most traumatic things I remember going through was one of those horror shows, like at theme parks where it's like Halloween and you get all the actors in the haunted. And it's not like a haunted house. It's like a full on labyrinth scenario where you get these actors with knives screaming at you and threatening to kill you and cut you up and stuff, and you go in there to get scared and to have the truth. That was I would actually describe that as traumatic. That was so powerful. That was such an incredible experience. I really came out of that changed in a big way. I don't know, I've been scared by stuff as well, wandering around and been, worried about muggers and stuff before, but that was genuinely the heartbeat was just ridiculous. Pure adrenaline, fight or flight, constantly fighting with it for a long period of time. Trauma, dude. Ridiculous trauma. So yeah, I think that's probably my best experience. What about yours, man?
I obviously I probably won't give my most traumatic experience here on the pod because that'll just be depressing and
was being
sad.
Born.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I would have to say, being so young for me to remember every detail of that ghost house.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah.
It's definitely something that's traumatic. Yeah, it has scared me. I'm not still scared. I'll probably still walk in that house with a little bit of shiver, of course, but I'm brave enough to walk through that house to see if it's still there and stuff and see what's going on and walk through the halls, probably with the lights on or at least a flashlight. But yeah, there's so much stuff that happened in that house that really creeped me out. Whether it be dreams or ghosts or whatever that I used to see in the halls, or the dark, the dark clouds and the eyes jumping around and seeing, deadish people and stuff like that. That type of stuff, and hearing noise, and it's not you, and you're a kid and you're not the only one hearing it, and then your mom is hearing it too, and the aunties are hearing it too, because it was all aunties living in there. That was really a scary time for being a kid, I would say, especially when I was there alone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god.
But I was a brave kid, so I was all good.
Have you ever been in like a serious car crash? Because I feel like a really good like common serious like trauma that people have had, like that I have no experience of, is like a serious car crash. You know, like a car barreling down a road or something, or you know, that's pretty terrifying. Right?
Not a car crash, but this is what happened to me. I was driving and I was looking for a car. When I was dating my wife at the time. And she wanted to go with me, right? But the dad was like, I don't know. Like, he never says this, but he's like, I don't think you should go this time. I want you here for something. But obviously, like, he just kind of felt something, and he's just like, don't go this time. So I went to go look for cars. This was like late in the evening. I went to go look for cars. I was driving down a very busy those semi-highway roads. They're not quite highways, but they're, fast-moving cars and stuff.
Like a dual carriageway kind of.
Yeah, it's right by an airport as well.
Okay.
All of a sudden, it's like a 4-lane. It's like a 4-lane. No, 3-lane. 3-lane on each side. Traffic going both ways, right? And then a 4th lane when you need to do the turning. When you need to turn left or right. Oh no, left. If you're on the right-hand side. Anyways, confusing. So I was in the middle lane on the opposite side. So if you're going down a road and you're on the right-hand side and the traffic is going up, and then on the left-hand side, the traffic is going down. I was on the right lane going up in the middle lane. All of a sudden, the car, for some reason, jerks and the whole steering wheel turns all the way to the left.
What? Okay.
I got flown to the opposite. The force was so much that my whole torso flew to the opposite seat, and I was trying to grab the wheel.
Jesus Christ.
So for some reason, no one was to the left of me at the time, and this was traffic. No one was to the left of me at the time, and there was no incoming traffic in that section.
Mm-hmm.
So I went right through traffic on both sides.
What?
Did not get hit. And then I went over. So I went over the curb. Okay, that little block that stops people from going over. I went over the curb, crossed the next intersection, then went over another curve, and then the gate, for some reason, for the airport, the gate was open, and I flew inside.
Wow, that's a lot of lucky stuff right there.
Too much luck. I was so scared. I was like, this is my mom's car. I was going to go get my car. And nothing too bad happened to it. It was just a flat tire and some bumps, of course.
But that's scary, right? Would you say that's trauma?
I don't know. Like, nothing, for some reason, I deal with situations like that. I don't let that affect my overall life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm not that type of person, I guess. I guess it really has to be something really solid, like something really messed up for me, for it to bring it with me as baggage. But I tend not to. But yeah, that was a near-death experience, the most I've been.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was really. And someone helped me. Someone saw me, flew across, and he told me. He's like, you
really?
almost hit 20 billion cars. And I was just like, I don't know how I did it. But yeah. And
what? You were all casual. Yeah.
I was just like,
cool.
Wow.
Roll the window down.
I'm a type of guy that would, if someone was in the car with me, I'll be like trying to play it off like, whoa, okay, that was a little bit scary, to lighten up the mood a little bit. We almost died. Oh, joke time, But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But inside you're like shaking. You're like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Yeah, I was okay. I called my mom. I was more worried about my mom. My mom's Jamaican.
Aww.
Mom was like, is my car okay? I was like, I'm okay.
I almost crashed the car, but I didn't. It's okay.
Yeah. I lived,
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, exactly. So
Jesus.
my mom loves me. Don't worry, guys. My mom loves me. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the pod. We went a little long this time, but it's okay.
We did. What's
we'll
going
keep
on
it
here?
nice and short, like a 30-minute podcast next week.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 30 minutes to make up for all this extraness.
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants, right? Right.
Right. See you guys later. Do all the stuff that makes us famous. That helps the channel and podcast and whatever. Okay? We love you.
Oh, that was amazing. That was so in sync.
She's a beast. I call her Karma. She's a beast.